I'm going to describe to you what the prison showers are like in all of the different security levels. I did time from minimum security right up to super maximum security in Arizona State Prison over a almost 6-year period. I documented my entire stay, writing letters home, writing to my girlfriend, writing for my blog, John's Jail Journal. That's John, Jon. You can read that for free online. And that's how I've got all of these details. So rather than give you just a generic description of what the showers are like, I'm going to read to you exactly what I wrote in Hard Time, new edition, free to download at my website, ShaunAttwood.com. I'm going to try and take you right there with me. So in the very beginning, after I was arrested, SWAT team, for drug trafficking in ecstasy, I ended up in the Maricopa County Jail run by the famous Sheriff Joe Arpaio. I was classified over to medium security, and the gang members came up to me, made sure I wasn't in for any sex offences or anything that they didn't like, any messed up charges, and they're kind of schooling me because I'm a new person to the pod. It's like a 45-man, 2 tiers of cells and a day room enclosed in a tower. Tower 6 at Towers Jail this was. So, because I've been in holding cells for 2 or 3 days, it's called a horseshoe formation of cells, where you basically, it's chaos in there, you don't sleep or anything, you have to wait until you see a judge. I absolutely stink, and this is out in the Sonoran Desert, it's so hot out there. 120 degrees, and everybody's just stinking like wet dogs. So after the gang asked me about my charges, then they said to me, "You need to take a shower, dog." And when he said that, I imagined all the shower scenes I'd seen in prison movies like Shawshank Redemption, when Boggs Diamond comes up and says, "I can be a friend to you," in the shower. I thought that was going to happen to me. So the gang member said, "Everyone coming from the horseshoe fucking stinks. You're making our race look bad going around smelling like that. We don't want to have to smash you for bad hygiene. One of the gang rules that they explain when you first go in is you must take showers. If you don't take showers and you start stinking up the area, you're liable to get smashed." There was a big guy in there, he was rolling with the Mexican Americans, and he was stinking up the area a little bit, and they made him take regular showers, and they also put baby powder on him as well to try and reduce the smell. They were going to smash him at one point, but he agreed to take all these showers and have baby powder put on him. So I said, "No problem, where are the showers at?" "In the corner next to the cell," Rob says, pointing at the wall. "Better get in there before they call lockdown," another gang member says. "What time's lockdown?" 10:30. "Alright, I'm off to the shower." So I just finished up brushing my teeth. I hadn't brushed my teeth in days. I was about to get out of there, and then they blocked me in the cell again and said, "Not so fast, we ain't finished with you, dog." I'm like, "What is it?" They said, "What do you know about your cellies?" I didn't even know what cellies meant. Cellies means cellmates. Cellmates, not much. Boyd seems okay. David has barely said a word. "Yeah, we all know about crackhead Boyd. What about the other one? Any idea what his charges are?" "No idea. We think he's a mo." "A mo? What's a mo?" "Child molester, chomo." "You can get smashed in here for having a cellie who's a chomo." "What should I do?" They said, "Don't sweat it, we'll handle it." So they let me then out of the cell to go and take a shower, the gang members. He said also, "Don't go in the shower barefoot. Jailhouse foot rot ain't nothing nice." I saw people go in the shower without shower sandals, and I saw guys who had foot fungus, and oh my god, the foot was like blue and green and mold growing on it and all kinds of stuff, because, well, we're going to get to what happens in these showers and what kind of dangers there are to your feet. So I went back to my cell, got my towel. When you first go in, they give you a towel. In the day room, I stripped down to my boxers, placed my black and white stripes on a table. The shower area was tiny. There was 2 showers next to each other, kind of slotted into a wall area, and there was like a little divide between the two, like when you go to a urinal, they have a divide. This was at a time when no one else was in the showers, so I was lucky. Sometimes there's a huge queue for the showers. So I went to the shower furthest in, next to the other shower, as it provided more reaction time in case I got attacked. In the shower, these tiny little black flies were bothering my face as I balanced my boxers and towel on the shower head. I stepped into a puddle of scum and pubic hair that swirled around my feet when I turned the water on. Can you imagine what's in that scum? Male bodily fluids. I found a piece of soap in the puddle, rinsed it off and applied it to my armpits and genitals. Feeling vulnerable, I showered fast and then got dressed in the day room. I got out there as fast as possible. I've seen all those rape scenes in shower movies. I did not want that happening to me. So, a year later, I got moved over to maximum security because my bail, my bond, went from $750,000 cash only up to 1.5 million cash only. And if your bail goes over $1 million, you are reclassified to maximum security. Now in maximum security, there wasn't 45 men in the pod, there was 30 men in the pod. It was still 2 tiers of cells, upper tier, lower tier. But the shower area, it wasn't 2 showers next to each other set back on the end of the run. It was like an open plan shower. So the guard in the security tower could watch you having a shower at all times, and all the guys in the day room could see you having a shower at all times as well. So basically you're in there butt naked, washing yourself, and you know, people are trying to Peter gaze, which means check you out, check your penis out and stuff like that. Dudes, I'd be in the showers and dudes would just jump in and waggle their dick at me and trying to check my dick out, or to be showing me tattoos they had on their dicks and stuff like that. There's a lot of gay play in prison, and you just have to get used to it and kind of like roll with it. Otherwise, you know, if you start showing weaknesses and sensitivities, that's the kind of stuff that will get you smashed. So when I describe maximum security shower, this is a point in time when it's so hot, everybody's towels are mouldy, they're not drying properly, and the whole pod just stinks of mould. It is absolutely disgusting. So, it's so hot, every day I take multiple showers just to cool down for a few minutes, but so does everybody else. They wait for the shower stretches to over an hour. Rather than stand in line, we place our towels and boxers in a row on the metal divide, separating the shower area from the day room. Whoever's boxers and towel are at the front goes next. With the shower running constantly, the tiny black flies that live on the pond of scum and semen land on our towels. A quick belt of the towel against the wall gets rid of them. We have 1 towel each, which we illegally hang out to dry on string ripped from clothing and sheets. But the guards enjoy pulling our clotheslines down and threaten to give us disciplinary tickets for destroying county property, so our towels never dry. After each shower, I try to dry myself with a half-wet towel. After, I stink of an offensive mildewy odour from the fungus thriving in my towel. In our pod, the smell of mildew comes on slowly at first, blending in with the other smells: body odour, bowel movements, urine, smoke, mop water heavy on bleach. By the time we're all taking showers every few hours, the mildewy smell dominates. After a few days of everyone complaining, the smell goes away. But not really, we just got used to it, it's less noticeable. I only figured this out when I leave the pod and return. Re-entering the day room, I'm assaulted by the smell. It fades over the next few days as I reacclimatise. After showering and toweling, the smell of my body repulses me. Multiply that by 30 men and add it to the smell of the drying towels and all the other smells, and you can understand why the guards are reluctant to leave the control tower to do security walks. One guard says we smell like a health hazard. So it's so hot, we've got to take these showers. But our towels are constantly wet, so mildew, fungus is growing in all our towels. So even though we're trying to keep cool by having these showers, we're not clean because we're just putting all this fungus back over our bodies. That's how disgusting it got in maximum security shower in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, I was moved to Supermax after I got sentenced. I was fighting my case for 26 months. My sentence was 9.5 years. Prosecutor put my case down as 34 years to the prison system, so I got fast-tracked to Supermax. Now in Supermax, you very rarely get out of your cell. By law, you're allowed to shower every 2 or 3 days, I think it is. Guards in shank-proof body armour, full Darth Vader outfits, come to the door and they say, put your hands through the trap. And you back up to the door, put your hands through the trap, they handcuff you. Then you got to face the wall. When the door opens, then you step out and those guards say, we're going to walk you along the run to the shower. If you look at another prisoner or signal or anything, we're going to just grab your skull and smash your teeth into the concrete. So you walk in a very straight line to that shower. And when you get to the end of the run, the door opens electronically. You get into the shower. And the door closes. You put your hands back through the trap. They unhandcuff you. And the water only runs for 5 minutes for security reasons. You press a button. Now, like I said earlier, you got men's bodily fluids, mold, insects, and you got your shower running for 5 minutes and you want to get the hell out of there. So in the beginning I was yelling, I finished my shower, let me out! But the guards, I think they just get off on that, leaving you in there. So I just started to do like fitness stuff, like standing up positions, exercise stuff in the shower for as long as they left me in there. Now when they finally come, sometimes hours later, you're stuck in this filthy cubicle. You got to get handcuffed again. They walk you back down the run, and you go back to your cell, and then they unhandcuff you through the door, and you can sit down, and that is your shower period is over. The only time I ended up in a communal shower, the big one, you see in Shawshank, where all the dudes are packed in there, you know, and the skinny guy ends up getting raped for dropping the soap. Only time I ended up in a communal shower was in federal deportation prison when I was about to get sent back to England from America. And there was a lot, mostly Mexican people in there because they were getting sent back to Mexico from Arizona. They just love rounding up the Mexicans and sending them back to Arizona. I was the only English guy in there. And the communal shower I went in, it was actually empty at the time, so it was no big deal. I just went in there. I could see a lot of people were reluctant to go in there. You know, just getting naked and standing in there with a bunch of guys, it's intimidating at first. But like everything else, you know, like going on the toilet and taking a crap, people walking around you, these are things you just gotta get used to in prison. So hopefully I've given you all of the details of prison showers at various security levels. If you want to get much more detail, my book, Hard Time, new edition, is free to download at my website, ShaunAttwood.com. You can read it on any device. You don't need a Kindle. You can download Kindle app. It's also free this week to download on Amazon. That's what it looks like. You find it on Amazon. Just put in the search box, Shaun Attwood, Hard Time, new edition. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you never end up in a shower. And if you do, a prison shower, hold on to that soap very tightly. Cheers from England.